Hey, this is Mike Hobbs, and today I want to talk about one of the most crippling fears that can hold someone back from having success online, in a network marketing business, a home-based business, whatever it may be. This fear alone can literally cripple you from having that success. And the first step to fixing something is to be aware of it so that you can fix it. So we've been studying the book Think and Grow Rich, all right? In the epilogue, he talks about the 6 ghosts of fears that really hold people back. And one of them we talked about today was the fear of criticism. The fear of criticism. Now, my interpretation of this is really what other people think, or what you're worried about, what they're going to say to you or what they're going to think about you if you take a certain action. So if you, let's say for example, you're building a home-based business and it doesn't go with the normal, okay, not everybody's doing that. You're worried about what this person's going to say to you. Or let's say you don't go to school. You're worried about what they're going to say to you. You're worried about what they're thinking. So that to me is what the fear of criticism really is. It's just your worry about the outside world and what they're going to think of you, what you're wearing. It really cripples everybody. In fact, in my life, I remember growing up, I used to be criticized as a kid because we didn't wear good clothes because we didn't have a lot of money. Okay, so I went to school and sometimes in dirty clothes and things. And literally, I got criticized all the time as a kid growing up. And I developed a major symptom of anxiety. Anxiety. I literally couldn't ask women out on dates or when I was in high school. I didn't have a real girlfriend until I was about 19 years old because I was so crippled with anxiety, worried about what they're going to think of me, what they're going to say, are they going to criticize me? And I developed that because of, all the criticism I had as a kid. So I went through life with all this anxiety. And I learned that if I just kept building up inside, that I was never going to really go anywhere. I was never going to date anyone if I just kept on letting that anxiety hold me back. So I actually, started, pushing through it, obviously, and I eventually ended up dating girls, right, and got married and all this stuff. So, obviously I got through that. But in our home-based business, I also had this crippling fear, show up. I remember, they told us to call our friends and family, and they told us to, and one day they told me to come train in front of a whole bunch of people. And this anxiety started coming back up. In fact, to this day, when I get on a conference call or do a video or do a webinar or get in front of people, I actually spoke in front of 5,000 people a few months ago. To this day, my heart starts pounding. I start getting this anxiety attack, before I actually do it. And here's what's cool. I've learned to, instead of focusing on what other people think, so I'm taking this fear of criticism, okay? Instead of having a fear of it, of what this person might say, I channeled it into energy. So yes, my heart rate will start going up, but in my opinion, if you start focusing on the heart rate, you start focusing on, your energy and what you're going to be doing versus what other people are going to say or think about what you're doing, you can actually turn your anxiety into energy. And it'll actually make you more powerful in your videos. It'll make you more powerful when you're speaking. It'll make you more powerful. You'll actually remember things better. And you'll get through that fear. Because trust me, I had this fear, for a long time. And now I don't believe it is a fear. I believe it is energy now. And I believe any one of you can actually harness that and really for the good. And just think about it. Does it really matter what other people think? Because in my opinion, if they don't have what you want and they don't understand the industry that you're going after or your goals or what you really want, they're not your family. They don't, they're not in charge of your bank account. They're not in charge of your life, and they don't have what you want. There's really no reason to be held back from achieving your goals because of something they say or something that you think they're going to say. And a lot of times what you think they're thinking, they're not thinking at all. Okay, I remember there was a guy in church one time that basically stopped coming to church because he had long hair, and one day he had his long hair out, and he saw the bishop, turn to one of his counselors and just kind of whisper, and he literally thought he was the bishop was, whispering about him, that he was, offended by his hair being down, and and it actually came up, and we actually talked to him, and he's like, no, I know that was not what I was thinking. He was just basically talking, hey, we need to do this, and like that. So it had nothing to do, but in his mind, he was worried about the criticism that someone else was doing, and a lot of times it's all in your mind. You may think someone's thinking something, but it can be completely done nothing. Okay, so here's the thing. Most people think about themselves or what they're doing. They don't go around just looking around and thinking about you. Not everyone's thinking about you. So you got to just remember that. Don't let the fear of criticism hold you back. Don't let the fear cripple you from hitting your goals, hitting your dreams. If you have anxiety like I do, I still have anxiety. Some people can't even tell, but I do. Don't let that cripple you. Turn it into energy, harness it, and actually use it for good. So if you got value from this, I would love you to share maybe a time that you've been criticized, that you've busted through it, and you didn't let criticism drive you down or hold you down. So share your stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experiences about this and your overcoming this fear, and what this will actually help. It'll help a lot of people by your comments. Okay, so when you comment below, a lot of people are going to hear your story, see your story, and you'll be able to help a lot of people. So with that, my friends, make it a great day. Comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.